In this, we will cover the following points: transfer of heat, conduction. Under this, we will discuss conductors and insulators, convection and its application, radiation and its application. You might have observed that a frying pan becomes hot when kept on a flame. It is because the heat passes from the flame to the utensil. When the pan is removed from the flame, it slowly cools down. Why does it cool down? Because the heat is transferred from the pan to the surroundings. So, you can understand that in the both cases, the heat flows from a hotter object to a colder. Thus, heat flows from a body at a higher temperature to a body at a lower temperature. This is called transfer of heat. Heat is transferred in three different ways. They are conduction, convection, and radiation. Let us perform an experiment to understand what is conduction. Take a rod or flat strip of a metal. Fix a few small wax pieces on the rod at equal distances. Fix one end of the rod in between bricks. Now, hit the other end of the rod and observe. What happens to the wax pieces? The wax pieces begin to melt and fall down from the heated end. Which piece falls the first? The wax piece closest to the flame falls off first. Do you think that heat is transferred from the end nearest to the flame to the other end? Yes. Heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end. This process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end of an object is known as conduction. In solids, generally, the heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Do all the solid objects conduct heat easily? Let us find out through this experiment. Take a pot of hot water and dip one end of the articles like plastic scale, pencil, steel spoon, and dividers in this hot water. Wait for few minutes. Then touch the other end. What do we feel? We feel that the other end of steel spoon and divider to be hot, even though it is not touching the hot water. Whereas the other end of the plastic scale and pencil is not hot. This info that the materials which allow heat to pass through them easily are called as conductors. For examples, aluminum, iron, copper, etc. And the materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are called as insulators. For example, wood, plastic, glass, rubber, etc. We know how heat spreads in solids. Now let us see how heat spreads in liquids. Take some water in a round bottom flask. Keep it on a tripod stand. Place a crystal of potassium permanganate at the bottom of the flask gently. Heat the water with a burner. What do you observe? The water becomes hot, expands, density decreases, it rises up, and water, cold water from the top moves down to take its place. This process continues till all the water gets heated. This process, in which heat is transferred in liquids and gases from the hotter part to the colder part, is known as convection. How does the heat travel in air? In which direction does the smoke go? The air near the heat source gets hot and rises. In this way, the air gets heated. To confirm this idea, let us try an activity. Light a candle. Keep one hand above the flame and one hand on the side of the flame. Do your hands feel equally hot? No. The hand above the flame feels hot because the air above is heated by convection. And the hand at the side does not feel hot because there is no convection. Let us understand the application of convection currents in everyday life. The people living in coastal areas experience an interesting phenomenon. During the day, the land gets heated faster than the sea. So the air above the land becomes hotter, rises. And cool air from the sea moves towards the land. This is called sea breeze. To receive the cooler sea breeze, the windows of the houses in coastal areas are made to face the sea. During the night, sea cools down slowly than the land. So the hot air above the sea rises up and cool air from the land moves towards the sea. This is called land breeze. Smoke and gases from the houses and factories rises up the chimneys due to convection currents. Now we will learn radiation and its application. When we come out in the sun, we feel warm. How does the heat from the sun reach us? From the sun, the heat comes to us by another process known as radiation. The transfer of heat by radiation does not require any medium. It can take place whether a medium is present or not. Thus, radiation is the process by which heat is transferred from one place to another without the help of any medium. Let's come to application of radiation. When we sit in front of a room heater, we get heat by this process. A hot utensil kept away from the flame cools down as it transfers heat to the surroundings by the radiation. From the examples, we conclude that all hot bodies radiate heat. You know that in summer we prefer light colored clothes, and in winter we usually wear dark colored clothes. Why is it so? Let us find out. Take two tin cans of the same size. Paint the outer surface of one black and the other white. Pour equal amounts of water in each and leave them in the sunlight for about 1 hour. Measure the temperature of water in both the cans. Do you find any difference in the temperatures? Yes. Then in which can is the water warmer? The water in the black can is warmer than the water in the white can. Thus, we can infer that dark colored surfaces absorb more heat than the light colored surfaces. Therefore, we prefer dark colored clothes in winter. Again, take two tin cans of the same size. Paint the outer surface of one black and the other white. Pour equal amount of hot water of the same temperature, say 60 degrees Celsius. Leave them in a room or shed for 10 to 15 minutes. Measure the temperature of water in both the cans. Does the temperature of water in both the cans fall by same amount? No. The water in the black can is cooler than the white can. So, we conclude that light colored surfaces radiate or reflect more heat than the dark colored surfaces. Therefore, we prefer light colored clothes in summer. Why we prefer woolen clothes in winter? Because wool is a poor conductor of heat. Moreover, there is air trapped in between the wool fibers. This air prevents the flow of heat from our body to the cold surroundings and keeps us warm. Children, let us recollect what we learned today. The heat flows from a body at a higher temperature to a body at a lower temperature. There are three ways in which heat can flow from one object to another. These are conduction, convection, and radiation. In solids, generally the heat is transferred by conduction. In liquids and gases, the heat is transferred by convection. No medium is required for transfer of heat by radiation. The material which allow heat to pass through them easily are conductors of heat. The materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are called insulators. Dark colored objects absorb radiation better than the light colored objects. That is the reason we prefer light colored clothes in the summer. Woolen clothes keeps us warm during winter. It is so because wool is a poor conductor of heat and it has air trapped in between the fibers.